I'm just figuring out how to use this. Okay. I'm here with Joel Helms in front of the J Helms building at 1131 and 1135 Johnston Street. Would you be willing to tell me the history of the building?
Much as I can.
Okay. Do you know when it was built?
I believe it was 1911 was the first time this front section here, first story here, actually was more of a stable area, and that's how it was opened up originally, and then immediately within a few years, with the immediately after it was opened up, it had extensive, it was extended because of World War I.
Okay.
Almost all the building here happened basically through World War I. The need for manufacturing process. And then World War II had its next really large expansion, and then the only expansion after that was where they had a fenced-in area, 12,000 foot fenced-in area with a crane. They enclosed that. So actually, once they did that, they were under a new generation of ownership, and the new generation couldn't manage or underbid and overbid too much.
Okay.
And so the building became available.
Do you know what it was called when it was first built?
Portage Iron and Wire.
Portage Iron and Wire.
They did all of the specialty ironwork for anything here in the city of Akron. So another big iron companies would do maybe structural stuff. They could do small structural stuff here, but they put together stairs, they put together steel doors, fire doors. They did everything, anything. Stairs. The stairs, I think it's where the expressway goes down to Britain. Okay. Anything specialty work, they did it here. This is really this was a big welding shop back then, and still got all the 240 volt plugs are in there. Although 3 years ago somebody came in and took all my wiring.
Right.
Well, big copper wire back then, so they made some money. Obviously, that 240 volt delta system is now almost obsolete. Ohio Edison doesn't really want to give it to me anymore, so I'll probably be putting 480 in here. The wiring's not going to before.
And was it called something else between Portage Iron and Wire and J Helms?
No, for a short period of time, I actually, when I went bankrupt, the bank got it back, I made a proposal to the bank to buy it. And I needed, I think, $40,000 worth of brick. Total cash was about $40,000 in exactly here to the day. They sold it at the exact cash price that I originally offered it for to another guy. It's a package of 2 buildings, and so he had 2 buildings to sell, and he sold the other building, and then he didn't care about this one, so I actually made him a cash offer and essentially saved myself $30,000.
Okay.
He did some improper fixing. We got some walls like this that collected snow, and he attempted to do some improper fixing there that was going to just aggravate the problem again, which everything this guy did we had to tear back out.
Okay.
Done properly. Okay. But since the time I bought it back in 88,
1988 is when you acquired it?
yes,
Okay.
I have replaced, basically understand it was building. All these buildings back then all had the huge windows.
Is this 1, 2, 3 buildings or 4 buildings?
This was the original.
Okay. The brick and this.
This was the original.
Okay.
This was the secondary building.
Okay.
And this area here was all open. This was all craned area that was open until into the 70s.
Okay.
So from that point on, it was all open. All that storage area there. Now, on the very back side of this, is 2-story basement thing that was added on to the extent of the property.
Okay. Okay.
So this here has a front section that's about 34 feet deep. This is the original. And then there's another section from there, all the ironwork that goes all the way back 100 feet or so. So that was done.
Okay. And were you born and raised in Akron? Are you originally from the area?
I was actually born Rochester, South Main Street,
Okay.
in Summit County.
Okay.
Went to parochial schools, so I didn't go to any private schools. I mean, the public schools, kind of different life. And the first house I bought was right over here, one street over, Ackley Street.
Okay.
And at that point in time, I had, because of where I was raised, I had no knowledge of neighborhood values. In fact, that house there, I totally fixed it up, probably put about $25,000 in it, and everybody in the whole street, the whole neighborhood couldn't understand why I'm fixing this house up, because those 6 blocks were stated to be tore down for a $6 million building.
Okay.
So I'm 98% finished with all my construction, jacuzzi and a 4-car garage in the back, everything. I'm totally done, virtually, and that's when people talk to me and say, hey, you know, this whole area is going to be tore down, and so I stopped.
Okay.
And since then, obviously, that $6 million project was Trustway.
Okay.
So then the houses that didn't do improvements within a year or two, because they hadn't done anything for virtually nobody had done anything in their houses in that whole neighborhood for 12 years. Half that neighborhood's torn out right now. I mean, the houses were not salvageable.
Yeah, I drive through here every once in a while.
And that was the reason being, because somebody said, hey, we're going to tear it down, and nobody did anything, and then the neighborhood just went to pot.
Okay.
Nice neighborhood now with all the vacant lots. I mean,
Yeah.
park over there.
I've seen it. Okay.
Strange.
So you got this in
So I
1988.
actually lived in the house right over there, and I was watching this the whole time,
Okay.
watching how it was going bankrupt and everything else.
Okay.
And you talked to the previous owners that were here. When I learned that they were going to go bankrupt, fine, well, when you sell it, that they actually owed so much money on it, I couldn't believe that.
Can we stand with this in the background?
Sure.
No trouble at all. Sure. I'm flying by the seat of my pants when I do these interviews. So you got it in 88, and you said you repaired machine parts for Goodyear and for all these businesses around here?
No, that's what they did. The previous business did that.
Okay.
I had nothing to do with that.
Okay.
They did all kinds of welding, especially welding projects. All I've ever been was an electrical contractor.
Okay.
Now, for a period of 12 years, due to zoning technicalities, okay, because I attempted to take a permit out to do certain improvements here, but because everything had been done during the war years and people weren't so much on keeping records in City Hall, so to speak, hey, just do it, get it done, we got to get it done. So the city had no records. I had to basically redraw this whole building from scratch, and they're wanting all kinds of stuff, and I wanted to get basic improvements. Back then, construction was huge, windows all over the place. Well, there was windows between, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine, you're fine.
There's windows between each one of these buildings. And for
Okay.
fireproofing purposes, I had to
Inside,
take...
you mean?
Yes, inside. So, I had to take all those windows out. They weren't actually serving any functional purpose for light. And put in dark firewalls through the whole building. So, all the windows, and about half of the outside windows have been replaced. Because obviously the light's not that critical anymore. In this area over here, you can virtually see that how much brick we had to totally replace, and we put our name on the building.
Good for you. Good for you.
Just because it was convenient. The original large windows.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. That whole thing was a window.
Yeah, that was how big the window originally was.
Okay.
And so on the topic here, I don't know if you can stand back far enough. It's the old where you have a roof like this with the windows coming in on the top.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
So, I mean, you can work in there with no lights on. Even when there's a full moon, you can see it around in there.
Okay.
So it's just the way they used to. I mean, obviously, it's not energy efficient now.
Sure.
So
But for the time, that was, yeah.
paying electricity for lights versus the... but as long as the storage, it doesn't matter that much.
Sure.
Now, the original framework is still there. Now, a year and a half ago, I actually had somebody that was my first rental was going to rent this place, but I had to 3-hour firewall in a car.
Okay.
And I attempted again and really figured it out and everything else. And as I dug into a couple of walls of this office area upstairs, when they remodeled this office area, when they'll come in, they extend it back and they didn't go by the fire facility that time.
Okay, not surprised.
So I've got about 1,200 feet of a mezzanine, the beautifully brand new office. I got to figure out. I started to figure it out. Okay. And I have to figure that out. Get this wall to be a 3-hour firewall. And one of the things about this here is this is industrial rated.
Okay.
Your over is commercial rated.
Okay.
And this building has multiple zoning, even though it's one building. I don't, that's not too often seen, and that's what I mentioned in the back. I want to take the basement. That if you know anything about value and use of buildings, your basement, let's say you can get $10 a square foot out of the first floor area, you're going to get $1 or $2 a square foot off of the basement. It has very low value.
Okay.
So by making that basement back there, which will face the new trail that's going to go in, commercial, it'll be valued more because it costs just as much to build that as the upper part.
Okay.
And so that's one of the reasons there is to make more value of the building. That commercial basement area might be more valuable than this front office because essentially here you've got a small first floor, that second floor, you don't rent second floor offices anymore.
Okay, I didn't know that.
30 years ago, I mean, it's not that people didn't consider it. Now, they've got to go to a big 10-story high building with elevators. You just can't, with the handicap stuff and everything else.
Okay, yeah.
It's very awkward.
Okay.
So, I mean, yes, I can put a small elevator that goes up, but it's not like it's built into it, planned for it.
Sure.
So my upstairs office area has, which 30 years ago was quite valuable, has no value now.
Okay.
That's just development of properties.
And you have some ideas about making your own plumbing and recycling your own rainwater further?
Yes, there's no, I'm a wastewater 2 person in a stable house, so I can actually handle anything up to 2 million gallons.
Okay.
I like this. I was a public drinking water person with a stable house license, but then 9/11 happened, and because of the laws of the title set, the way the laws were passed actually made me a terrorist because I paid taxes to the federal government. Get your water license in the state of Ohio. Water, electrical, so I haven't been licensed since 9/11.
Okay.
To get your electrical license, certain licenses you need, you have to swear to 6 things, and the 6th item on the thing is that you have never contributed money to any agency or government that has by force influenced another government. Guess what? I paid our taxes, and our government uses force to influence other governments.
Okay.
Only 2 tradesmen in the whole state objected to that. If I was the only one that actually took the court, they even after 8 years, they didn't want to handle it legally wise.
Yeah.
They didn't want to instead of examining actually arguing the case. That law. So that has also hurt me. 9/11, year after 9/11, I haven't been able to make money to put into the building.
Okay.
And basically everything I've done now, I'm semi-retired, but I do a lot of donation work. If anybody has septic problems or sewer problems or water problems, I'll assist, but I can't make money off it. Okay. Although it's still licensed as a sewer people, and consider that
Okay. I've read the history
so obviously here is 300 acres here that we proposed when we first got the problem 45 years ago.
Okay.
We proposed a little sewer district in the field all the way down to River Street. We proposed short of River Street, a 300-acre sewer district that would have isolated us from all the costs of the rest of the city of Akron. Power to feed, and didn't want to hear about those things.
Okay.
But my plans here are still to go off grid, solar power, and both solar and both sewer and water using rainwater.
Okay.
I am a private water. I get a private water license. So no, as long as none of these buildings individually use more than 1,000 gallons a day of water, the private water system is also.
Okay.
Over that 1,000 public water system, and then that has to be licensed with Ohio EPA. But actually, Ohio EPA can still take over any private systems if they think it's the public's good. So we have to build it to we'll have cisterns here and everything else. Collect all that. And it was strange because during the period of time when I made my first proposal, I also tried to partner with somebody else to buy this place because the cranes that were in here, it's totally cranes, and that partnership soon died because all that fellow wanted to do was buy the property and sell the cranes to recover his total expense. He didn't care about building himself the property or anything else. All he wanted to do was scrap the cranes out and make his money. So if he couldn't do it by himself, I couldn't do it by myself, but I sure wasn't going to go that route.
Good,
so when the bank actually sold it, and when I approached the bank at that time, you actually had cash money for me versus this guy's loan. Money's loan. They had their property manager had never just told other people. He had been removed or moved in his office or something. Nobody knew about my proposal that was still pending, as far as I knew. That was strange how the banks work.
Yeah.
But I mean, the property itself, you had a business that was going for virtually 80 years that dissolved, and how do banks deal with that? You know, they lost a lot of money with a lot of industries that they loaned money to, and then they totally went through. What else can I tell you? So, yeah, we have 500 yards of concrete in there. It was most of the building, except the third floor over there, was the concrete floor with runners in it, and then it had 2x6 unscrewed wood on top of it. So the guys dealing with all this heavy stuff, they weren't walking on concrete, they were actually on wooden floors, and that needed to be replaced every 20 years. Well, I came in and basically removed all that and put concrete in. So we have concrete throughout the whole building now. It's all new concrete. When I started to say about the building permits, for 2 years I struggled with Akron trying to take a building permit out